Hi, my name is Chris Sanderson. I am Group 5. I'll be talking about our visit to the Other Side Academy. And I was asked to answer 3 questions. The questions are, what should management keep doing? What should management stop doing? And what should management implement? So I'm going to talk about what they should keep doing first. So in chapter 1, we learned about our egos and letting go of our egos. I think this is best exemplified through Diego's story. He felt disrespected at one time and he approached management about feeling disrespected. And then management told him, well, you're someone who has hurt others and you hurt yourself. What makes you think that you deserve respect? Let go of your ego and become someone better than you are right now. So that's from an employee standpoint. Management, what I like the most about their model is that they're agile. The management is always willing to listen to ideas. They employ mostly convicted felons who are people that I feel like our bias tells us that they are not good decision makers. So their ideas don't have much value. At the Other Side Academy, they are always listened to and heard. This not only lets go of your ego, but it also helps the employees feel empowered and a part of the solution. Therefore, they have ownership. So when they're working, they're going to be looking for problems and solutions at the same time. And that makes them a more cohesive unit because everybody feels like they are part of something bigger than themselves. In chapter 2, we talk about not judging. In the mock therapy session they did in our visit, there was a lot of kind of negative enforcement. They were bringing up a lot of negative behaviors that the employees were exhibiting. But in the middle, they stopped and said, understand, nobody judged anybody here. It was only behaviors. We're not allowed to judge. We're only allowed to bring up negative behaviors. This helps them and it helps us. Knowing that there isn't a lot of judgment helps people feel like they have psychological safety, that their character is not going to be judged, only their behaviors will be judged. In chapter 3, we talk about serving the community, and that's the one thing that the Other Side Academy does best. Their main model is their thrift store and their moving company, which is a direct interaction with the community. It shows that they are serving the community and their work is monitored. They're not just left to their own devices. They are they judge themselves by their work, and if their work is not exemplary, then they are called out on that. So therefore, they are serving the community. In chapter 4, we talk about not holding on to grudges. This was the thing that hit me the hardest, that they try to have zero lag time in between an offense and when it's brought up. And when it's brought up, the only response that you're able to have is okay. So when somebody has a problem with you, all you get to say is okay and learn from it. This means that resentments aren't built. When something happens, it's brought up, it's dealt with, and we move on as a team, and we grow as a team. I really wish that this was something we could implement in more companies, because resentments build and then productivity goes down. So there's only one thing that I felt like they should stop doing. When I asked the question, I remember Clay said that he loved their softball league, but he said that only people who have been there for a year can participate and that he would like to see that taken away. What I feel like he's trying to say is each person that presented in that group said that their first year was one of their hardest years. And I feel like what they really want is more of a focus on connection in their first year, because it is the hardest year. Don't see it as a reward for being good the year. Just see it as something that they could connect with all the people there and feel more part of the community. So I have 3 things that I would like for them to implement. Number 1, when we saw the group therapy sessions, they did have a lot of negative reinforcement, which I can see the benefit of. I would like to see more positive enforcement as well. When somebody does something well, that should be brought up, and that can cause a positive loop that will bring people up and let them learn from not just their failures, but their successes. And that can bring the group together. Everyone can be a team, and everyone can have a goal to reach when they see someone being congratulated for their good behavior. I would like to also see them involved more in the community. I personally have a bias towards convicted felons. That's one of the reasons that I picked this project. I'm just barely, I've known of the Other Side Academy, but I never really knew their entire scope and their entire program. Learning it helps to break down that barrier of my own bias, to see the value that they're bringing to the community and to their lives and other lives as well. I would like to see more people, more outreach to people, to see that, to get to know more of the convicts and their purpose and what they're accomplishing. Also, each person that presented said that they were worried that not enough people were coming, and this could be a platform for them to reach more people. And finally, I'd like to talk about the thing that kind of worried me, and I think a lot of the people there the most, was that they said in the first 30 days, a large percentage of people run away or quit the program due to culture shock. I would like to implement an intermediary, Other Side Academy, maybe lesser, to provide maybe less of a culture shock and to meet those people who leave where they're at and hopefully help them integrate into the Other Side Academy better. I think that would bring more people in. Everyone's included. There's more inclusive leadership. More people are involved, and it lets us meet them where they're at, so that there's more growth. Thank you.